Hi guys, welcome to this video. This is Dr. Moorthy, working as assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. So this is a lecture series of engineering drawing. So in this video, we are going to discuss about section of solid and topic called prism and cylinder. Where in the previous lecture videos we have discussed about fundamentals of engineering drawing and projection of lines, points, projection of plane, and the projection of solid and some introduction about the section of solid. And in this video we are going to discuss about a section of solid in the called prism and cylinder. And first, the importance of section of solid is to know the interior or internal properties of a solid by means of making the slicing or cutting of the object with the help of a section plane or cutting plane, and where the cutting plane or section plane passes through the object with some conditions like parallel to base or inclined to base, parallel to axis, sorry, perpendicular to axis or inclined to axis. Likewise, we have different conditions, and then based on the conditions, we are making the slicing of object, and by means of removing the top off of the slice, and we have seen the what are the internal properties or internal details about the given object. So that is the purpose of making the section of solid. And here we have slicing of object with a solid called prism and cylinder, where uh, so here, what is a cross section? So cross section is the 2D shape revealed when the 3D object is sliced by a flat plane. So that is what is the cross section that we already know some basics. And here basic the prism and the cylinder. Generally, the prism, cylinder are the three-dimensional object, where the prism we have two bases like bottom face and the top base, and in the prism in the side front view is in the rectangular form, whereas in the cylinder is the example for prism, whereas it is top and bottom shapes of in the circular form. So where the prism is solid with the two identical parallel bases, that is the top and bottom bases connected by rectangular faces that already I have told. The base shape defines the prism type, whereas it is a triangular, rectangular, hexagonal, like triangular prism, rectangular prism, hexagonal prism. Likewise, is we have defined the shape by means of the base of prism. So like then we have named as a triangular prism, rectangular prism, likewise. Whereas in the cylinder, two identical parallel circular base connected by a smooth curved surface. So that is the cylinder. The slicing, that is some conditions parallel to base. So first, for a cylinder, a cut parallel to the circular base always produces circle identical in size to the base. So in the slicing of cylinder, the cross section is viewed in the circle form, whereas in the prism, uh, that is a base shape. When we are slicing the prism, the cross section or the cut section is similar to what we have in the base, like hexagonal, pentagonal, triangular, square, likewise. So a cut parallel to the base reproduces the exact base shape, that is a triangle of triangular prism rectangle. Likewise, that is it is with the base. And slicing perpendicular to the base, where already we have discussed the cylinder and rectangular prism, that we are it's like that is listed here. When the cutting plane is perpendicular to base, the cross section depends on how the plane intersect the lateral surfaces. For cylinder, like ellipse shape. For prism, it is a rectangle or parallelogram, likewise. So when we are making or slicing the cylinder or prism, it's a inclined way. In the cylinder, it is like a ellipse we have. In the prism, it's like a parallelogram and inclined to cutting plane. And the first one, as we have discussed, for cylinder, it is in the ellipse form. For prism, it is in the parallelogram, like parallelogram, trapezoid, pentagons or hexagons. Likewise, we have what that depends on the base of the solid. visualizing the cut already. So here for cylinder, the slice a log at an angle, it is exposed faces and like ellipse are that we have discussed. So here in the rectangular prism, we are in the parallelogram form. That is next one cross section. It is a cross section. We have a type. It depends on size of types of solid and types of cut, and then types of base like rectangle. So like right, rectangle means parallelogram likewise, and cylinder like circle. So in the circle it is in the ellipse. So that depends on base. We are getting the different kind of the cut section like what we have fixed as a base shape. Thank you.